Okay, let's look at problem number 1. Okay, remember when you're trying to prove, you rewrite one side and one side only. So I'm going to rewrite this side because it's more complicated. Cotangent is cosine over sine. And secant is 1 over cosine. What happens when I go to multiply these? Okay, so what happens here? They cross cancel and I'm left with 1 over sine, which is the same as cosecant, which is my goal, so I am done. All right, the next one is trickier. You need to use the sum rule. You need to use the sum rule. So cosine of x plus x is the same as cosine 2x, yes? Looking towards the middle lower half of your blue sheet, what is the rule for cosine when I have to do the sum rule? What does it look like? Cosine x minus sine x, okay? What's cosine times cosine? Cosine squared x and sine times sine squared x. Is that my goal was? So I've reached my goal, problem done. Okay? Good? All right. Next problem. They want us to solve, okay? All right. I see a squared and a number. Because it's just a squared and a number, I'm going to do basic algebra, which means variables on one side, numbers on the other. So I have cosine squared x equals 3/4. Why is it now positive 3/4? Because I had to add it to move it to the other side. What gets rid of a squared? Square root. So I'm going to square root both sides. So that gives me cosine x equals the square root of 3 over the square root of 4, which is the square root of 3 over 2 because the square root of 4 is 2. Now, either using the hand trick or 0 to 4. How many of you prefer 0 to 4? Who does hand trick? Who does 0 to 4? 0 to 4? Okay. So I'm going to do the 0 to 4 chart real fast so I can show you how quickly you can do it on your test. Sine, cosine, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, all over 2, all over 2, square root, square root. What are the angles? What are the angles? 0, 30, I heard a 60, 45, and 90, okay? So I'm looking for cosine, square root of 3 over 2, which is right here. So follow it up, it's a what? It's a what? 30, okay? So I'm going to list out all the 30s. So we have 30, we have 150, we have 210, and we have 330. What if you don't know those? Okay, so then you quickly do this, okay? This line is what number? How many? 180. So to get this one, you do 180 minus. To get this one, you do 180 plus. And then this is 360 minus. Okay? You'll try your best. I know you will. And hey, if you get the 30, that's part of the answer, okay? That's better than nothing. All right, we'll work on it. Okay, so we also need to do all students take cash, okay? Or somebody said all stores take cash, however you want to deal with it. I only want positive, right? I only want positive. Okay, oh, no. That's a lie. Why is that a lie? Yeah, the square root. Was the square root in the problem or did I take the square root? So that means I need to have all positive and negative answers. So I want all of them. Makes sense? If I square root, I have to do positive, negative. If the square root's already in the problem, I follow whatever sign's in front of it, okay? Cool? I almost missed that. Okay, but if it was one or the other, like positive, negative, you would use this chart to determine where the positives and negatives are. Yes? No, because look, square root of 4 I can calculate, it's 2. So there's no longer a radical on the bottom, right? If it was a number that I couldn't do the square root of, that's when you multiply the top and the bottom by the square root. But they're not going to do that to you, okay? All right, moving on. Next problem. Okay, if I'm talking cosine, sine, or tangent, what type of triangle must it be? If I'm talking sine, cosine, or tangent, what type of triangle does it have to be? Right triangle. So I'm going to draw a right triangle. Cool? Okay. Cosine is what? Think of SOHCAHTOA. SOHCAHTOA. What is it? Adjacent. So we're going to make this x, right? So adjacent is going to be 3. Hypotenuse is going to be 5. Right? How do I find the missing side? What would I use? You guys know this. Pythagorean theorem. So 5 squared equals 3 squared plus b squared. 25 equals 9 plus b squared. 16 equals b squared. b equals what? 4, okay? I only take the positive because I'm measuring distance, and distance has to be positive. Cool? Everyone with me? Okay, now you have everything you need to know. Can you please look at, oh, well, this is easy. What is sine? What's the formula for sine? Opposite over hypotenuse. So sine is going to equal 4 over 5. Beautiful. Cosine 2x has lots and lots of formulas. It has 3 different formulas on your blue sheet. Pick one of them. I don't care. Pick one of them. Pick one of them. Shout it out to me. What's the formula for cosine 2x? Hopefully you pick an easy one. Cosine 2x. Look at your paper. Give me one of them. Give me an easy one. Come on, come on. Isn't there 1 minus sine squared x or something? 1 minus cosine squared x. Is that on the formula sheet? All right, so I have some people looking at their formula sheets looking at me all confused. Okay, so let me grab my formula sheet. So, right down here at the bottom, cosine 2 theta. Yep. So there's 1 minus 2 sine squared. Okay? So one of the formulas for cosine 2 theta is 1 minus 2 sine squared theta, right? Okay? 1 minus 2, you just told me what sine theta is. What is it? What is sine theta? 4 over 5 squared. This problem looks scarier than it is. You just replaced the trig and the theta with the value you told me. So 1 minus 2 times 16 over 25. Where did 16 over 25 come from? Squaring it. So 1 minus 32 over 25. Yes? Okay, what am I going to make 1 so I can do the subtraction? What fraction am I going to make 1? 25 over 25. Whatever this is, you use it. Whatever the denominator is, you use it, right? Minus 32. Okay, what's 25 minus 32? Negative 7 over 25. We're done. It looks scarier than it is. It's Pythagorean theorem, and then you're subbing in the numbers. Once you sub these numbers in, the trig word is gone. It's over and done with, okay? Yeah. Okay, so I have this fraction that already has a denominator of 25. So this needs to be turned to a fraction with a denominator of 25. So if I multiply the bottom by 25, I have to multiply the top by 25. We learned this towards the beginning of the quarter. Okay? All right. Almost done, guys. Okay, now to some easy stuff. Easy stuff, right? That was one problem. You shouldn't be freaked out over one problem. You give it your best effort, okay? So what do I do here? Easiest problem. What am I going to do? Come on, everyone should ace this one. I'm going to share the 3, right? 3 times 7, 3 times negative 10. So that gives me 21, negative 30. And I'm going to add to it negative 6 and 12, right? They want me to add, yes? You do whatever it says, order of operations, okay? So what's 21 minus 6? And what's negative 30 plus 12? Negative 18. Okay. This here, these symbols mean magnitude. Nope, not when it's a vector. So magnitude is easy. Magnitude is Pythagorean theorem. So, for letter A. Pythagorean theorem with this. Hook me up. Tell me what to do. Pythagorean theorem with this guy. Negative 6 squared plus 12 squared. So 36 plus 144, 0, carry the 1 is 180. And what's the final step? It's the final step of Pythagorean theorem. Square root, done. That's my answer. Problem done. Okay? You don't have to do you don't have to convert it to a decimal. Nope, leave it alone. Okay? Directional is slope, right? Directional is slope. Looking at this ordered pair here, slope is what over what? Rise over run. So y over x. What's my y? Negative 10 over, and the formula, by the way, the formula for both of these is given to you on the formula sheet, so you don't have to memorize it. But I try to treat you guys as if you need to have it memorized. So negative 10 over what? 7. And you have to do tan inverse using your calculator. Gives you what? Because it wants the directional angle, and tan goes with slope. So second tan, negative 10, divided by 7. Oh, it helps if I type the full number. Divided by 7. What did you guys get? I have an answer. What did you get? Negative 55 degrees, and I am done. Done. This actually should be one of the easiest ones on your quiz. The formulas are given to you. Yes, sir. Yep. And it's on your formula sheet. It says directional angle and gives you the formula. Cool? Good? This one should be the simple one. Yes, sir. Yes. At the end of class, I'll hand you a replacement. Are we good? All right, moving on. This question. Okay, they told me A is 52 degrees. I just jump right in and I start labeling, okay? This is 8 and this is 13. Ooh, do I have a partnership? Do I have a partnership so I can use the easier one, which is law of sides. So, and they want me to find this angle here, right? So the sine of 52 over 13 equals the sine of C over 8. Okay, what's the only thing, what do I type in the calculator? Sine negative 1. 8 sine 52. You're awesome. And what does that give me? 29 degrees. Done. Okay? You really should check because it's a donkey. So let's quickly check. What's 180 minus 29? 151. And if I add 52 to it, am I going to go over 180? Yeah, so it's only one answer. That works. Cool. They were nice. They don't give you a double donkey on the quiz. They were nice. Yes. Yep. So because it's donkey, angle, side, side, angle, side, side, I found the angle was 29. So whenever you do inverse sine, you should double check, okay? So I got 29. Are you okay with how I got 29? Let's start there, okay? Then I have to find, remember I talked to you about it either bending in or bending out? Okay, so 29 is here. If I check for the linear partner, I do 180 minus 29 and I get 151, okay? So if I do 151, the triangle would be over here. If I put 52 here, that already puts me at 203. I'm over 180 degrees. It is not possible. So the 29 is the only answer you could have. Okay? Good? All right, last problem. Yes, we got this? Okay, so unfortunately, this is the longest one. Unfortunately, I don't have an angle side pair, so I'm going to use law of cosines, okay? So a squared equals, talk to me, 15 squared plus 21 squared minus 2, 15, 21, cosine 75, and they were nice to you because this is the easy kind. You just type all that into your calculator, what you get. Type it in the calculator. What did you get? 50.9. You guys want to just call it 50? Do we just going to call it? Oh, I had to square root it. Oh, okay. And then what did you get? 22. Cool? All right. We good? Okay. Unfortunately, we're not done. Why not? We had to find the area. Okay. So they actually want you to find A, which we did, and now they want us to find the area, okay? So we found A, now we're going to find the area. Okay, to find area, height is always what to the base? Height always has to be perpendicular. So I'm going to put a perpendicular line in. So it's a right triangle, yes? Yeah? Okay, when it's a right triangle, I can do simple trig. What is simple trig? SOHCAHTOA. SOHCAHTOA, right? I can use SOHCAHTOA, right? So, if I'm talking about this angle, this side is opposite, adjacent, or hypotenuse. What is it? This line here that I drew in. Opposite. And this would be called the what? Hypotenuse. So am I going to use sine, cosine, or tangent? Sine. So sine 75 equals opposite over 15. Yes? How do I solve for the opposite? Multiply. 15 sine 75 gives me what? Calculator. Not even grab calculators today. Come on. 14.5. Okay? So, what is my base? 21. So, I simply do 21 times 14.5 divided by 2, and I get what? And I am done for the day. What do I get? Talk to me, talk to me. I know what it should fall between, so I'm waiting to hear an answer. What did you get, 152? 152, I like it, sounds good. Done, problem done. That's it. That's the area of the whole triangle. No, that's it. To find the area, you do SOHCAHTOA, because you have to have a perpendicular line. We had to do this because they also asked for the length of that line. Cool? No, don't make your life crazy. Let's keep it simple. Are we cool? That's it. That's everything. That's all of it. Okay? I will post the video so you can rewatch it. It's base times this perpendicular line that you found. I could have put the perpendicular line here and made this the base. You know? But I try to keep it simple. Good? SOHCAHTOA helps you find the height. Cool? All right.